I have something to share with you, because hidden underneath here is something extremely neat and extremely magical. And are you aware, it's hard to believe, but there's a whole bunch of people that don't know this feature exists. It's the blinders. And we've discovered, Frank did at least, that a lot of people disabled the blinders because the motor went bad or the motor board went bad. This is the circuit board that runs the blinders. So Frank,
They know who I am.
okay, that's Frank, developed his own board that not only is extremely reliable, but it has a quarter of the components that are on this board, right, Frank?
Yep.
And it's got some extra features. You know what? We're done. We're going to show you that board right now. Let us look at the board. Frank, will you take over?
Go ahead, take the cover off.
All right, here
You
we
do
go.
my work for me. Without
Okay.
breaking the blinders.
Mr. Blinders. There we go. Now explain to us, Frank, what we're looking at.
Well, I think most people know what they're looking at. This is my custom blinder board with my name on it, dummy.
Your name, is it copyrighted?
Yep.
There we go.
All right, so here's the board already installed. First thing you would do is you want to replace the servo. Yeah, you have to change these bushings. It does come with bushings, but this uses a thicker bolt than what comes with it, so you'll have to change them. It's a little bit of a pain, but once you switch it over, it'll come with a little white disc on there, the servo horn. You take that off, then you install the board. It's a little bit bigger than the original, so it won't fit on the original post, but it comes with feet. Now, these two will fit in the original holes. You can just leave it like that, or you can put the other, so all four sit in, it'll be fine.
Now here's the original board, Frank, and so you can see that it's a slightly different footprint, as you say, because of the mounting holes.
Well, it has bigger parts on there. I didn't want to cramp it down too much, and there's plenty of room under there, so it's not a big deal.
And there's a lot less parts on it too, Frank.
Yep. Yeah, well, obviously I designed it. I know that there's a lot less parts on it.
Well, of course, there's also, what, 15 years difference, I guess, or 20.
Yeah, something like that. So basically what you want to do is, after you want to install the servo, but before you put the arm on there, put this on. The pots will come centered. See there's a little flat spot? 0, or the center, is right here when they're pointing to the center of the board. You put that on. If you put this on too soon, you might not be able to adjust it. So you put it on, you put the board in, you turn the game on, this will go to 0, and then what you do is you put the arm in place and screw it down tight. Then, if you have to, you have 2 adjustment pots here, and if you look here, you just turn it. You don't have to go in any test. The only time you have to go in the test is to adjust the closed
Can't do
position.
that again, my stupid camera work
Yeah.
sucked.
So you just take a little tiny screwdriver like that. You just stick it in there, and you just basically adjust it. It's real simple. Now, what you might have to do is these start to sag over time. So what we had to do is we had to heat it with a heat gun. We had it here, but Kurt took it.
Kurt,
so what
you took
do
the
is,
heat gun.
I know it'd be too far for you guys to walk right over to the left.
so if you see that it's
Guys,
hanging up,
fit and trim
Exactly.
to walk.
Are you
That
saying you're
distance.
fit and trim, young man?
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Well, I see you
So-
greased
so
this
if you
up too.
see-
So you.
if you see it's hanging up here, you'll have to heat them up. So what you do is you put it into a test. Take it up to the arch test. And then all you do is you push the start button. So once you put them in the open position, then you can adjust it from here. You just fine tune it. Real simple.
So you get the eyes just right.
But if you see it's hanging up, if it comes like this, if it's hanging up and not opening, you're going to have to heat them up. So what you do is you put it in the closed position, shut the game off. Then you take your heat gun, gently on a real low setting, because you can melt these and make it worse. Just gently heat it and pull up on it. And then once you feel that they're kind of staying, take the heat away and just hold it for a few seconds so they cool down. It might get real hot, so don't touch the part you're heating up.
It's beautiful.
back on.
Now watch, Kurt. Did you notice that this motor is always on then, Frank, right?
Yeah, there's always juice got to it. This light will let you know that the board is running and that it's working okay.
So it's a little different than this. So this doesn't have any lights on it.
No,
The
it just lets you
original
know that it's
Tommy board.
running, and then you put it in the test. The light will go out when it opens the blinders up.
Now, also, when you plug this in, you have it marked so the person can plug it in
Yes,
the correct way.
The factory put the red wire in the center, but for some reason, Data East decided to switch the pin wiring, so the red's on the outside. I already move it over. You don't have to worry. Everything's tested and matched up.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is install it when you get it. And you're good to
So
go.
this kit that we have on the TNT website comes with the circuit board, the mounting feet, and a brand new motor for you. So it'll be a real easy switch over.
You just do everything in one shot, you'll probably never have to worry about it ever again.
It's great. That's a great board, Frank.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, and then you can put your game back together and your Tommy is safe and sound.
Always play it clean, based by intuition, the digit count is 4.